so I have another book haul slash in my mailbox for you. I can't seem to get these videos up quick enough. It seems to be like a month between hauls, which isn't intentional, but that just kind of seems how it happens. I think I have 16 books to show you. Some of these books I received for review, some of these books I bought myself, so I'll try and make this as quick as I possibly can. So starting with the books that I received for review. The first one you'll have already seen in my, I want to say, February wrap up, and that's The Shock of the Fall by Nathan Filer. This was very kindly sent to me by HarperCollins. It was released on the 7th of January, and it was the Costa Book Awards winner. It's basically about a young man with mental illness, and about how his younger brother died and the guilt that he feels over that, plus his issues with mental illness. It was a very interesting read, but I won't say too much about it because you'll have heard about it in a wrap up. But yeah, there was that. Then a book that was sent to me by Little Brown, their imprint Piatkus, and that's Deeper by Robin York. This is another one that I've actually already read because I'm going to be part of the blog tour on the 15th of March. By the time this haul goes up, that post might have already gone up. But this came out on the 6th of March, and it's basically a new adult novel told in 2 points of view, Caroline and West. And it covers the topic of revenge porn, when exes post explicit pictures online. Again, won't say too much about this because my review is yet to go up, or to discuss in a wrap up, but there is that. Then from Hodder, I was so excited to receive this, guys. Like, I think I actually screamed and did a happy dance. And that's Don't Look Back by Jennifer L. Armentrout. You guys know how much I love her Lux series, how much I love her contemporary stuff. So excited about this. This is supposed to be more of sort of, it's her first psychological thriller. So it's going to be extremely exciting, and I just love Jennifer Armentrout. And this comes out on the 10th of April, so really looking forward to reading that. I love Jennifer Armentrout so much. Then I have a book from Orion, and it's Bauman and Black, A Ghost Story by Diane Setterfield. This is an adult book. This cover, guys, is just so pretty. Yeah, it's just so nice. And I've heard a lot of things about her book The 13th Tale, but I haven't read it. I know Jen from Pebbles 730 is a really big fan of Diane Setterfield, so I'm really looking forward to getting to this. It's about a boy that when he's younger he kills a rook, and somehow the rooks don't forget, and it somehow shapes his life. Not entirely sure, but it looks really nice, so intrigued by that one. Then another one from Little Brown, I have Into the Still Blue by Veronica Rossi. This is the third book in the, oh my god, what's the first one called? Under the Never Sky. I think it's a trilogy, so I think this is the last one. Yeah, the final installment. I haven't actually read Under the Never Sky yet, but I've heard amazing things about it, so I'm glad I now have the whole trilogy, so that if I really enjoy Under the Never Sky, I can pick the other ones up really quickly. So looking forward to that. And then the last book that I have for review is from Chicken House, and it's Fire and Flood by Victoria Scott. Being seen this one around a lot lately, actually. And it's a dystopian novel, and it's about a young girl whose brother is sick, so she enters the competition to basically be able to heal him, but obviously she's not the only one chasing to win, so it sounds really good. When did this one come out, if I can actually open the press release? Let's see, 6th of March this came out. And this, I believe, is going to be part of a trilogy. at least a trilogy. So yeah, intrigued by this one. So we shall see. On to the books that I have purchased. So many books that I've wanted have been coming out recently. I had a lot of books on pre-order. I think I pre-ordered quite a few of these. So on to the first one, which I definitely pre-ordered and I'm actually currently reading, and that's Murder of Crows by Anne Bishop. At the time I'm reading this, I'm not very far in. I'm about 100 pages in. This is one of my highly anticipated reads of this year. I read the first book, Written in Red, in January, and you guys have probably noticed I haven't shut up about it. So was so excited when this arrived. I knew it was going to be the next book I read as soon as it arrived. If you haven't checked out book one, guys, you absolutely must. It's not strictly young adult, and I wouldn't say it's all the way adult either. It sort of falls in between. It's about shapeshifters and blood prophets. It's so good. I highly recommend this series. If you haven't checked it out, you absolutely must. And I really like this cover too, so you have to check that out, guys. Another book that I pre-ordered was The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. This is the bind up of the Throne of Glass novellas. I am a massive fan of Throne of Glass. I haven't read Crown of Midnight yet, which is really, really bad of me, but I've been waiting to. But I think I might read the novellas first and then check out Crown of Midnight. But I love that they've released them in a hardback that matches my other two editions, because I have the US editions of the books. I'm really pleased that they did bring out a US hardcover and they didn't just release the bind-ups in paperback. I'm really pleased about that. And this actually contains 5 Throne of Glass novellas: The Assassin and the Pirate Lord, The Assassin and the Healer, The Assassin and the Desert, The Assassin and the Underworld, and The Assassin and the Empire. So it's basically prequels to Throne of Glass, so I'm thinking that's why I might read them before I read Crown of Midnight. But this cover is absolutely gorgeous, and like I said, I'm just so pleased that it matches, and you know, it won't be a different size or anything. So yeah, super stoked with this. The next book that I bought was the hardback US edition of Falling Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. I actually already own this book, and funnily enough, it's actually right here beside me. I own the UK paperback. I absolutely love this book. I read it last year, absolutely fell in love with it, but I wanted the US hardback, and when I was looking for the sequel, which I think it was coming out like the 6th of March here in the UK, to buy it or pre-order it, it was going to be like £7.20. I was like, by the time I've paid £7.20 for the UK paperback, I might as well pay £2 more for the hardback. So I decided to repurchase Falling Kingdoms in hardback, because it is one of my favourite books. I thought to have a nice US hardcover would be preferable. And then I went ahead and bought Rebel Spring, which is the sequel. This actually came out in the US at the end of last year, but because the sequel wasn't coming out until March this year, I hadn't purchased it because obviously it wouldn't match. But since I've decided to go ahead and buy them both in hardcover, they're so nice, and I'm really looking forward to reading the sequel to this one. They're absolutely just gorgeous. Can't wait. I think I've actually, see, I can't even speak, lost my mind. I wasn't feeling very well earlier today, so I actually had a nap, and I think I've actually lost my mind. Okay, on to another one that I was extremely excited about, and I can't speak. I just actually can't speak. That I had on pre-order, and that's The Winner's Curse by Marie Rutkowski. I really hope I'm not butchering that name too badly. And it's this one. And this had a lot of early hype on Goodreads. Everyone that received it for review was hyped about it, said they thoroughly enjoyed it, was one of their favourite books. And I read the synopsis for it, and I thought that did sound a lot like a book that I would read. This one actually has deckled edges, which is something I know a lot of people are a fan of, but I can take them or leave them. I don't particularly go for deckled edges. But this one is about a young girl who finds a kindred spirit in a young slave up for auction, and there's secrets, and I'm really looking forward to this one. I don't want to know too much about it spoiler wise, because I want to go into it semi unknown, so that I can experience what everyone else that has loved it has thought about it. But loving the cover for this one, and this one is actually going to be picked up by Bloomsbury here in the UK and will come out in about, I think it's June or July, but I really wanted the US hardcover because it's just gorgeous. Another book that I had on pre-order was Take a Chance by Abby Glines. This is Harlow and Grant's story. It's another one of the spin-offs from Fallen Too Far and Simple Perfection, and I'm sort of excited and dreading this one because I don't like the character of Nan. She is basically this big bitch character that plays a big part in Fallen Too Far, and she and Grant were sort of together and then split up, and now he kind of likes Nan's sister, so that sort of love triangle messed upness is not something I tend to enjoy in my contemporary romances, but we shall see. Heard mixed reviews on that one as well, actually. And the next one that I also pre-ordered was Be With Me by J. Lynn. This is Jennifer L. Armentrout. I can't speak. Jennifer L. Armentrout writing as J. Lynn, and whereas Wait For You was about Cameron and Avery, this one is about Cam's friend Jace and his sister Teresa, sort of their story. Really excited for this one. This might be what I pick up next. Either way, I'll be reading it very soon. It's really cute. I was hoping that it would arrive in time for a Valentine's Day read, but it didn't, so sort of been waiting on reading it now. The next book that I bought I also pre-ordered, and it's also by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and it's White Hot Kiss, and this is the first in a new YA paranormal series by her. Like I've said, I've really enjoyed her Lux series, so if it's anything like that, it will be awesome. I do have the first, I want to say 4 books of her, oh my god, what's it called? Oh my god, I've completely blanked on what it's called. Half-Blood, that series, but I haven't read them yet. But really looking forward to checking this one out. The next book that I have is A Beautiful Wedding by Jamie Maguire. I picked this up basically because I needed it, because I have Walking Disaster, I have Beautiful Disaster. This sort of just completes it. It's basically about Abby and Travis is in the run up to their wedding and their actual wedding. I've heard a lot of people were disappointed with this because it's, I mean, even here in the UK it's £7.99 and it is essentially a novella. I think it's overpriced for what this is actually going to be, so, but I did need it, and I didn't pay £7.99 for it. And then the last book that I bought was The Impossible Knife of Memory by Laurie Halse Anderson. This kind of surprised me that I wanted this. I started reading about it on Goodreads, and then it kind of got into my head and just wouldn't get out, and I thought I have to order it. It's about a young girl. For the past 5 years, her and her father have been on the road trying to escape memories that are haunting them, and her father is suffering from what's it called? I think it's post-traumatic stress from being in the army and losing losing her mother, and I've not actually read a Laurie Halse Anderson book, which is absolutely terrible of me. I've considered picking up Speak quite a few times, but I haven't yet. But I really wanted to read this. So yeah, that's everything for this haul, guys. No doubt you'll be seeing another one soon, because it's actually my birthday on the 19th of March, so there will probably be books involved somewhere along the line. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. If you've read any of these books or have wanted to read any of the books, let me know down below. You always know I like to know. And thanks so much for watching. Happy reading, guys.